Billy Robinson and Dory Funk, they shake hands to show great sportsmanship heading into this matchup. Both athletes are quite heavy hitters, and first contact is a quick collar and elbow tie up between these two, and they go for it once more, trying to get an early feel for each other to see how this is going to go. An early test of strength. It seemed that Dory Funk was looking to take down Billy Robinson in the early ongoings of this matchup. However, both of these two are quite seasoned inside the squared circle, so it's not going to be super easy to take the other down, much like we just saw Billy Robinson's attempt at a headlock takeover on Dory Funk, who was doing everything he can to fight it off and was successful in doing so. Right now on this lockup here, it seems that Billy Robinson's got some sort of lock on Dory Funk. It's hard to tell what's going on, quite who's got the control. I can tell you who has the control now. That's certainly, well, I was going to say that's certainly Billy Robinson, but it's Dory Funk, and now we're back right where we started. Both these men are back up to their feet. That's how you get a feel for your opponent, seeing what they're feeling, how they're going to play this matchup. You got to know, you kind of figure it out early on, unless you might find a surprise here and there throughout this match. These two are going to lock hands. A test of strength, shoulder to shoulder. Dory Funk and Billy Robinson, I will say, their in-ring personalities are super different. And what I mean by in-ring personality is their attacking presence. Billy Robinson is very sharp, very focused, very powerful. Dory Funk is a little bit different in that aspect. He is very precise, very focused. He doesn't have to play super aggressive, but he does play very smart inside the ring, and that is what makes Dory Funk such a unique opponent. Dory Funk was backed into the corner where the ref did call for the rope break. So now we are back into the center of the ring, and these two go for a collar and elbow tie up once more. And Dory Funk has the side headlock on Billy Robinson, who once again breaks free of said lock. They're going to grasp hands once more, trying to maneuver each other, get an upper hand on the other, seeing what works, what doesn't work. It's a trial and error for these two, having done this as long as they have. They know what to do, what not to do, what they're dealing with. Oh, goes for a cover, quick cover roll up. However, pushing too close to the ropes, Dory Funk got his boot on the top rope that forced the break. That was a cheap shot. That slap by Billy Robinson. Pushes the ref out of the way. He was going to go for a shot, almost like he was trying to intimidate Billy Robinson. Funk isn't the one who easily gets played with, toyed with. He's not somebody who easily gets angered. He does not let his emotions get the best of him. You saw that there. He was going to run after Billy Robinson, but he stopped himself, knowing that there was going to be some kind of mind game that was coming in. Nice back elbow that caught Robinson. Robinson sent to the outside onto the floor. Oh, face first on to the steps. Robinson trying to find a way back into the ring without Dory Funk being there to stop him. Climbs up the steps and now back to the ring. And now it's this time Dory Funk who rolls to the outside onto the floor. Perhaps it's Dory Funk now getting into the head of Billy Robinson, playing mind games. Billy Robinson was ready. He was ready to go, ready to go after Dory Funk. But Dory Funk was like, I'll let you, get your emotions riled up here while I take a quick breather on the outside. Dory Funk and Billy Robinson couldn't be more different. Born and raised in Texas. This is home territory for Dory Funk. Meanwhile, nice backbreaker by Billy Robinson. What a clubbing shot to the jaw, and follows up with an uppercut. Billy Robinson trying to just swallow through Dory Funk with these blows. Stunned in the corner is Dory Funk, who pulls himself out of the corner. Trying to take down Dory Funk is Billy Robinson. Billy Robinson has the arms wrapped around the waist. Almost a bear hug. Perhaps a takedown attempt is what Billy Robinson is looking for. Dory Funk, great positioning though, doing what he kind of block it. Dory Funk, look at where he has his arms trapped under the armpits of Billy Robinson, which is a great strategy, especially when you're trying to block your opponent from a takedown, and allows some freedom here. Oh, and another takedown by Robinson. Backbreaker, goes for a cover. That's going to do a lot of damage to Dory Funk. What I will say is it could have been an even closer call, perhaps even a 3 count, had Billy Robinson went for a hook of the legs to further on the pinfall cover there. And now just pulling back on the arms of Dory Funk. The rotators bothering Funk, driving his forehead into the back as Funk tries to turn the momentum around, trying to shift the weight around. A rough positioning, shoulder to shoulder, muscle to muscle, and right back Dory Funk has. Right back, Billy Robinson has Dory Funk right where he wants him. Arms are trapped. Shoulders are burning. Dory Funk, one more attempt to try and break free of the grip of Billy Robinson. It's not going to be easy. Billy Robinson certainly has the size advantage between the two inside the ring. That's not to say that Dory Funk isn't powerful. Dory Funk just has a different presence. Dory Funk, the pain has pushed him down to one knee. And speaking of one knee, Billy Robinson driving his left knee into the upper back of Dory Funk for added pressure. Now it's Funk pulling himself back up to his feet. Head to the back of Funk to put in added pressure as he pulls back on the arms. The longer this thing goes, the harder it is. A switcheroo and right back to the pressure on Dory Funk. Dory Funk had the pressure switched, but it wasn't very long. Rolls through. Was taking an attempt at a cover. This time he's got it. Shoulders are down. Dory Funk realized he was in trouble, able to break free. And now a rope break is being enforced by the official. And forcing the break is the referee. Another tie-up. Meet in the middle. Heads to the ropes. There's a nice shot by Dory Funk. So methodical with his blows. The fewer, the more power that come with them. Dory Funk has been so strategic with his blows. It almost seems like he's allowing Billy Robinson to get the momentum for the majority of this matchup and allowing himself to just, take a breather, allow Billy Robinson to use up all of his energy on the attack, that when he finally finds an opening, that's when you strike. You go boom and you strike. Off the ropes. However, I will say, if what I had said previously were to be true, it wouldn't be as easy at a tilt back on that pinfall. A change in strategy for Billy Robinson. Side headlock applied onto Dory Funk, trying to keep Dory Funk grounded into the mat. However, as Funk pulls himself back up to his feet, up goes Robinson, and clubbing blows to the back, trying to put some pressure to fight free from Billy Robinson. Picks up Robinson, and a shot to the knee, but a headlock takeover. Billy Robinson just eating that shot. That was impressive. After that blow to the knee by Dory Funk, Billy Robinson not only survived it, but thrived from it as he was able to shift the momentum from that landing and turn it into a side headlock takeover. And still maintaining the control of this headlock. It's quite impressive, if I do say so myself. Backed into a corner is a force of a rope break, and a shot to the midsection follows it up with an uppercut. It is Dory Funk, who's getting a couple extra added shots in here. Perhaps an opportunity to change the pace and turn things around. Robinson hits the corner hard. Robinson seems to be the man in trouble as Funk goes for a fall. And a fall and a kick out as Robinson stays in this matchup. Back up to a vertical base are both men with a front headlock, front chancery, whatever it may be. It is certainly effective having Robinson back in the corner. When he's pushing up, it pushes up on the neck. So he's right here, and it's pushing the neck out, which is putting a lot of pressure on his opponent. Meanwhile, it does force a break because they are in the corner, and Dory Funk needs to be very aware of what's going on right now. He cannot let his emotions get there. I know he wants to get back in it. And very wise is Dory Funk. Nice takedown, trying to push the shoulder down, trying to shoot the half. Can he get there? Referee watching it closely to see. But Billy Robinson is doing a good job at keeping his left side up off the mat to prevent a pinfall here. And there's the pinfall as Dory Funk was able to get Robinson over finally. However, Robinson able to get the shoulder up at 2, not staying down for the full. Up. Once more. Another attempt. Doing everything he can to force and muscle Robinson into the mat to force a 3 count. Robinson trying to get back up to a vertical base. He's now on his knees. With the grip that Dory Funk has on Billy Robinson, it's not going to be an easy breakaway for Billy Robinson whatsoever. Looking to execute a suplex and spreads the legs wide, realizing that is his best strategy to block. Pulls back, the spread. Almost sprawling the legs, if you will, to prevent a suplex attempt. However, maintaining the grip on this front headlock is Dory Funk. And it's been a very effective turnaround. Has a double underhook. and drops all of his weight down to the mat, forcing his knee in, is Billy Robinson realizing he is in deep trouble. If anything like this connects from Dory Funk, it could in fact be game over. Robinson is just trapped. Dory just getting these hefty blows. Dory Funk just getting in these shots on Billy Robinson. It seemed Robinson tried to throw a couple jabs. Perhaps another attempt at taking down Robinson is Dory Funk. Sends into the ropes. And explodes out the ropes into Funk is Robinson. And a swinging neck breaker, perhaps. Swings up and explodes the neck into the mat. Perhaps enough to put it. Nope. Nope. Not quite there yet to keep Dory Funk down. Both men crash, collide, and fall into the mat. Both men are all, with both men on the mat. Who gets back up to their feet first? And whoever does, that's an opening for a massive opportunity to take control of this matchup. Perhaps it seemed that Dory Funk was going for submission. Billy Robinson scouted it and was able to break away. Robinson catching a few blows. Now Robinson going for an attempt on an abdominal stretch. That'll put a lot of pressure on the midsection of Dory Funk right now. This can mess with the breathing. The longer this hold is applied, it's a Charlie horse feeling the longer this hold is applied. It does a lot of damage to the midsection. It's just stretching on all the muscles in the midsection. You can see the facial expression that has changed from Dory Funk being in control to Dory Funk being caught in this abdominal stretch submission hold by Billy Robinson and able to break free as Funk grasps for that lower back, another part of the body that is affected by that abdominal stretch, just the way the body is torqued by it. Now Billy Robinson looks to go for another submission attempt, this time a Boston Crab with both legs locked in. The weight is all pushed on one shoulder. Is going to have to find a way, is Dory Funk, to make it to the bottom rope to force a rope break. With 2 minutes left to go in this matchup, you got to wonder, Funk's in deep trouble. Is this it? Is this the end for Dory Funk? All the weight is pushed. Now able to pull himself up and break free. Could be a cover attempt, but too close to the ropes. Another shot at trying to pin Dory Funk, but the way that they pushed forward, Dory Funk was just too close to the ropes. Trying to pick up once more. This backbreaker strategy throughout the match has been very effective for Billy Robinson. And now that I'm saying that, this last one is the one that's done some damage to the knee. All that weight that crashed down, you do some damage to yourself in the process. Shoots for the legs, takes down Billy Robinson. It could be a close one to the finish. Perhaps thinking a crab. Robinson doing everything he can. Trying to twist through. A twist and turn, a roll through. And now they're back up on their feet, perhaps looking for the double underhook takeover. He got it! That's got to be it. And somehow, some way, Dory Funk finds a way to kick out. We're getting close. Just under half a minute. Looking for the submission. 15. This is going to come really close. And crashes. And another attempt at a pinfall. Will it be? And they're just going at it. And that's it. It's all over. It is all over. They wanted this thing to roll on. They pushed through. They hit hard. In this 20-minute matchup, what's the decision? Pushes the referee out of the way. Dory Funk extending the arm to show a sign of respect to Billy Robinson, and they show their respect to each other. Dory Funk Jr., former world's champion, Billy Robinson, and the match, an impeccable match between two top professional wrestlers, ends in a draw.